I don't know what that was about. All right, y'all. We had 2 hours, so we was only gonna play. I'm only gonna play like probably 5 more games. We'll give it 5 more games, and then I'm gonna get off. Oh well, then we'll do reactions, and then I'm gonna get off here.
Enemy soldier incoming. Rucker, you're headed to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Precision airstrike ready for tasking. Enemy UAV overhead.
Target area marked.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike inbound. No hit. Go again.
Switching mags!
Back in the AO.
Go get your revenge.
Back on
Gas
mission.
is closing in. Stand by for redeployment. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
Oh boy.
headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the time. Enemy UAV is online.
Changing mags.
Fuck out of here.
Precision airstrike standing by. Hostile UAV in the area.
Napalm strike standing by.
TACOM, deploy napalm strike.
Psycho 2-2 commencing canister drop. Watch out below. Psycho 2-2 is Winchester. Return to base.
Back in the AO.
Back on station. Go get after it. Enemy dropping into the AO. Losing ground, moving.
Oh shit.
25 remaining.
Incoming shots!
Enemy support.
Come on, man. Oh my god, you niggas trash. annoying, bro. Got my loadout way up there. Like, come on, man. Wow, bro.
Guarda un momento, Iver.
I'm hit!
How did I know?
Switching mags!
Yeah, I bet you didn't want to do that, ain't it? Stupid ass. Yo, stupid ass.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Reloading!
Gas is inbound. Enemy UAV overhead.
Incoming shots! Switching mags!
Enemy dropping into the AR.
Identity confirmed.
Changing mags!
Hola, guapos.
Open fire!
Hello.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV up.
5 kills. Reloading. Hostile using assault pack.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
Oh my god. Well, chat, I guess that's it for that. We are about to do our 2 reactions and then we are going to call it a night. Because the game just crashed.
be done. A lamb called Dolly was cloned in Scotland from the breast tissue of an adult sheep. Little Dolly and many other species of animals cloned since, including monkeys, are powerful evidence that we humans can replicate ourselves. It's a bit like taking a cutting from a plant in the garden.
Have y'all ever saw one of these pictures? They have to do with the child labor law from back in the days. If you ever studied Tartaria in the orphan trains, you would know, like, these pictures are always messing my head. And it's a bunch of them. Like, where are any of the parents? If you go to work right now, it might be one person there who don't supposed to be there, like a child labor law violation. But back then, every single one of these pictures has nothing but kids. There's not one parent working in any of these factories in any of these pictures. It's the parent behind the camera. So it's just always messing my head. But when you study the mud flood in Tartaria and you learn about the orphan train and you learn about the child labor law, why was it nothing but kids in these factories? Were it just kids around?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I really do. They got rid of the asylums. I've seen comments. I said that I've seen comments of y'all saying that some of your great grandparents actually went to the insane asylums. I've seen so many comments like that. That's crazy. That's what I believe they did. They got the parents out the way, put the kids to work, and we got where we at right now. And this is America. This is the world. Because I know some people are gonna feel some type of way if I just pointed out America. I don't mean no disrespect to our place. I'm just saying sometimes we got some wicked shit that goes on here. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. And with the clone, they was cloning. He said it took him a year or two in '96. I'm sure they could do that in a couple of weeks now. Which y'all weeks, days? Which y'all think? Let me know. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop some uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every single second. And this is entertainment purposes as well. If you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yo, what's up with you? How you doing, man? Oh, y'all, let me post this up and then we're going to get into the reactions. Oh, shit. God damn, she fine as hell. Good Lord. As soon as this one's fucking finished, y'all, then I'm gonna upload my other whatchamacallit, then we gonna get into the reaction. Well, what are we doing right now? This is insane. And well, now you wanna take your well, So let's just go find our video we about to watch because that's insane. Bro, the video is still not ready. Like what? Like what? Bro, what are you talking about? Bro, like what? Okay. Yeah, this shit gotta be trolling me. Yeah, that shit gotta be trolling me. I don't have time for that. That shit gotta be trolling me. Like what? What are you talking about, man? That's crazy. Okay, cool. Well, why is my other video not uploading? $10. Okay, cool.
Nobody wins when the family feels, but my
Fuck a BB, I want a big ass gun with a beam. Like what? Make sure it's green, the dead as you jack, you dead, let him be. Like what? Bitch, I'm a B. Ain't no axe, I'm smoking no key. Pick my sister up and threw her on the bed.
You never met, put your name in tracks. Cause I done heard your name in a couple tracks before.
Obviously was ducking these shit. If I catch baby threat, I'm punching out bitch.
Hey, nah, why this nigga talking like that?
If I catch baby threat, I'm punching out bitch.
So breaking this morning, we continue to follow a deadly overnight shooting in Soundview where police say a man was killed in front of a smoke shop.
Welcome to 2025. Fam, we in a time where the lines are blurred, man. Some of the females out here acting like the men. And some of the men out here acting like females. In this drill rap culture, it ain't no different. It ain't just the guys that's in the dead no more. Women are jumping into that lane too. And some say if you play the same game, they gotta accept the same consequences. But on the other end, at the same time, there's still that old code. No matter what, you don't put your hands on no female. But what happens when all that get flips upside down? Because today, we got the total opposite. A female drill rapper, small, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, was punished for what she allegedly did. She already had rumors floating around her name, but also facts based on her own words. But on top of that, we got a male rapper who suffered severe consequences because of what he did to her. And trust me, if you thought that was crazy, wait till I break down the details. Just last week, a video surfaced of a New York rapper being gunned down in front of a smoke shop. I had the video last week. I didn't really think nothing of it. It was point blank. He was shot once in the head. As the clip spread, whispers started. People started saying his own friend dropped the location based on what they observed in the video, which we'll later break down. But why? Well, just a day before, this same man allegedly knocked out a female rapper out cold. And this wasn't just any female. This somebody who been rapping or doing drill rap for less than a year now. And her career already had outshined his 5 times over. A woman who admitted in her own raps that she set up dudes. And she smoked the dead. So today we breaking it all down. Who is this male rapper? Who is this female rapper? Was she really from where she claimed? How old is she? What was her first track? And most importantly, how did this lead to a man losing his life on camera in the most brutal way? But before we break down this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fat Meat Baby Threat. She from the Bronx in New York. She just 17 years old and she rap MBF, which is the Mac Baller family. Recognized street gang and a set of Bloods gang operating at around New York, particularly in Queens, specifically the South Jamaican houses and American Towers and the Bronx. According to indictments, MBF members have engaged in numerous acts of violence, including shootings, armed robberies, attempt murders, and other acts to protect their power, territory, and profits. In an interview she did just 3 months ago with the platform titled Behind the Scenes WDV, she talked about wanting to become MB since a child and allegedly became one at the age of 13. And shout out to this platform. We're going to reference this interview at least 2 to 3 times.
What made me turn that? My block, I've always been around Max since I was young. I always wanted to be Mac, like, even it was a point in time for years, niggas was telling me, like, you not Mac, and I was telling niggas, like, niggas is not telling me nothing, I'm the Mac. And then when I turned, like, 13, 14, I was real right, and nobody could tell me nothing. Somebody said, what was her?
9 months ago, Baby Threat released her first video called F a BBL, where she quote, F a BBL, I want a Glock with a big beam. It got over 160,000 views, I ain't counting. She can be heard dissing the dead and say she's smoking on dead ops.
Fuck a BB, I want a big ass gun with a beam. Like what? Make sure it's green, I'ma
Now, as you can see, she was talking greasy. And apparently, what you'll later hear, Baby Threat talked about making that song. And she talked about dissing some dudes who allegedly dissed her and her friends from a group chat. A couple months ago, it was speculation that Baby Threat was kicked out of MB after allegedly running off with $16,000 from a dude who was affiliated with MB. And at that point, there was speculation that she had ops from people she once knew in 1300 in her own hood. She was known to have men diss her, fam. Men, before the situation took place, went on raps, who wasn't the victim in this case, say when they see Baby Threat, they gonna knock her out.
I just see something come from the side of my arm.
People that you never met, put your name in tracks. Cause I done heard your name in a couple tracks before.
That should be washed, but it's like, bro, this what this rapper shit come with, bro. So it's not like I might get mad. Like if you violently hit me on a track, I'ma get mad, bro. I'm like,
Obviously was ducking his shit. If I catch baby threat, then I'm punching that bitch.
hey, nah, why this nigga talking like that?
Shit, if I catch baby threat, then I'm punching that bitch.
But if you violate me and you on point and you dissing me, I'm gonna wanna link you. I'm gonna dead text you like, link me right now. And if you try to use that girl card, I'm gonna tell you you can link one of the bros.
What's your response to people that say that females that drill rap are like burnt out and they should stay in a lady's place?
I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion, to be honest. Like, I'm still gonna do me at the end of the day. I know what I'm rapping about is not no fake shit. I'm not faking my raps, like, so I don't really care. Niggas gonna say what they want regardless. I'm still gonna go up and you still gonna listen to my so I don't care. I feel like that shit is washed though, cause it's a lot of these bitches that's on that more than these niggas. These niggas that be rapping be damn gang, like, cut eyes. No. Around with he was cool with the 1300 niggas at a point in time, and they had made some song. They dissed one of the girls that was in our group chat. We like, we better make a song and diss these niggas that shit done right up on Facebook. We was Facebook famous for like a month straight off that song, and then like I just started rapping, and then I had dropped that song and went up. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just take it serious.
No presence in the studio. Like, what you need to like really lock in and shit?
I be thinking about the ops, like when I be coming in our block and terrorizing y'all. That's what be going through my head. I have to make myself angry. Sometimes I be in there playing around, I be like, hold on, let me lock in real quick.
Now, once again, shout out to Behind the Scenes WDV. I'll leave the link in the bio for you guys to check out their almost 30-minute interview with Baby Threat. But as you can see, the image she was putting on was a gangster. 3 months after that interview was dropped, a New York City local rapper who was identified as Chicken Don Dada, just 33 years old, would catch Baby Threat and knock her out. Now, I'm gonna stop the video before she get knocked out for YouTube guidelines. Check it out.
More dealing, I'm dealing with inner feelings. From the kitchen, I'm scraping and water whipping. You think that I'm tripping my...
Now, that incident happened on a Wednesday, but the following day, Thursday, August 7, 2025, on Westchester Avenue near Morris Ave, Chicken was shot in the head outside Exotic World, a local smoke shop, a place who wouldn't confirm whether he was a local employee or not. But suddenly, he was captured on camera. His friend was standing next to him. I'm assuming someone he knew at least. He sniffed his nose, and then a man in all black with a mask on shoot Chicken point-blank range in the head, leaving him DOA. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
Friend lined them up. That's crazy, bro. Wow. Wow. That's crazy, bruh. He ain't even seen it coming, bruh.
So breaking this morning, we continue to follow a deadly overnight shooting in Soundview where police say a man was killed in front of a smoke shop. News 12's Natalie Hernandez has been on the scene all morning for us. Natalie, what are you learning at this hour?
Nadia, a community is mourning today after after a 33-year-old man was shot in the head and killed last night on Westchester Avenue. If you take a look here, you can see there is a growing makeshift memorial here outside of the smoke shop where it happened. We saw people today lighting candles here, heartbroken. We're told shots were fired around 10:30 last night, right outside 1629 Westchester Avenue, just steps away from the Morrison Avenue train station. When police got here, they found the victim with a gunshot wound to the head. People in the neighborhood say the victim was working at the smoke shop where it happened. EMS rushed him to Jacoby Hospital where he died. We saw blood on the ground and a single shell casing marker in the doorway, and the area was taped off as detectives flooded the scene. We're told that police are looking for a man last seen wearing a dark colored hoodie, dark sweatpants, black and red sneakers, and a black face mask. They tell us that they believe the shooting may have been targeted, and right now it's unclear what happened leading up to the shooting, and the name of that victim has not yet been released. But everyone in this neighborhood that I've spoken to off camera tells me that he was a great person. From Soundview, Natalie Hernandez, News 12, the Bronx.
Yeah, the impact of this felt near and far.
Police later confirmed that no arrest has been made and a motive for the shooting was not immediately disclosed. And police sources say that Chicken had an extensive criminal history with 27 arrests, including 1 arrest for possession of an illegal firearm. As far as Baby Threat, she has yet to say anything about it publicly on social media. Now, as we wrap this video up, we do want to say rest in peace to the victim once again, and love and condolences to his family, and prayers up for anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about. But when we look at this whole situation, they say a lot about what drill rap is in 2025. The culture shifted. Now it ain't just the men talking reckless, dissing the dead and moving grimy. The women stepped into the same lane. And some people believe if they act like the men, they should face the same results as the men. But then again, you got another side, as we mentioned, who say the code is no matter what, you don't put your hands on no female. And in this case, the line got crossed. And at the end of the day, the results was deadly. A man who been grinding for years watched a female rapper who's considered to be a teenager pass him up within months. Instead of embracing it or finding his lane, jealousy kicked in and he laid hands on her, allegedly. And the streets answered back immediately. That one move sealed his fate. And it shows you how quick things can flip when you move all pride, revenge, and ego. At the end of the day, whether you feel like she brought it on herself or whether you feel like he crossed the line, 2 lives was brought up. 1 man gone forever and 1 woman marked with even more controversy on her name. That's the reality of the drill culture in 2025. The roles are reversed and the codes are blurred, and it seems like the consequences are the same. Fam, this was the story of a New York aspiring rapper who was shot once in the head in front of a local smoke shop, only a day after he allegedly knocked out a female rapper who was just a teenager. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like it.
Yeah, his own homie set him up, bro. That wasn't even no. That wasn't even no. Oh, I caught you like, nah. His own homie, like, what? That whole thing was crazy just now, bro. What the fuck did I just what? Then you got this little girl running around here, but man, bro. Man, stay ass aside, man. Chill, stay in your own lane for sure. Cause I'm telling you, man, this shit, it's wicked out here, man. It's wicked. Rest in peace, old boy. But wow, that's crazy.
Feeling overwhelmed at work? Get ahead with AI. Grammarly is the AI writing tool I trust to get.
Ant Glizzy on here. He spoke nothing positive about you, bro. I know. And I was actually shocked.
Nobody who could say, man, I smacked Trail, kicked him all in his ass, whipped the dog out on him, told him take his shoes off, take his chain. That probably ain't gonna never happen.
This what I care about. I am the guy who promoting Wale don't do nothing for the DMV. Fat Trail go say Wale do a lot for the DMV. He did a whole lot for the DMV. He gets no credit. He will not accept no disrespect from nobody. He is not going like that. Now that's when the question went left. He directly talking to me.
I'm trying to see you. You just said when you see Fat Trail, you gonna jack him up. I'm trying to see you tonight. I'm trying to pop out in the city tonight or wherever you want to meet up at. We could go around the gardens, which is your hood, what you rep. I'm gonna come around the gardens or you come around the Pinnacles.
It's on my block. Ain't no nigga bigger than me out there. Fat Trail can't get on here and say that. Fat Trail ain't no gangster. Fat Trail ain't put no work in. I bang that Glizzy. I made it possible for niggas to walk around the gardens right now. You talking about nigga? Me? I been in them house. You talking about the hood? No, I put in work. I'm not just gonna be talking.
Hey yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. So as you already know, we live in a world of constant beefs nowadays. Some like the one between Young Dolph and Gotti that ended with blood on the streets. Others like the one between Kendrick and Drake that gave us all bangers to listen to and spiced the rap game up for the first time in a long while. But not all beefs are about life and demise. Some are straight up weird to watch. And today, I'm gonna be talking about one of the weirdest beefs that come out of DC in the past little while. It involves Ant Glizzy and Fat Trail, two of DC's most well-known figures in the rap and internet game. A serious beef in DC rarely doesn't come with any immediate street drama, real shots fired or lives lost. But somehow these two dudes are managing to do just that by keeping the beef digital. But will it stay that way? How did this beef even start? And is there an end in sight? We gonna find out. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. All hot dogs and phallic-shaped meat products aside, when real ones hear the name Glizzy, they more than likely assume that they are a part of Shy Glizzy's crew, right? Well, you'll be right, but Ant Glizzy didn't have the same role as 30 Glizzy or Goo Glizzy. Word on the street is that Ant was from a different part of town, but he came up alongside Shy and acted like an enforcer for a while. Now, Ant had about as rough a childhood as anybody in the game. He never knew his dad, and he was responsible for raising his little siblings all on his own. When Shy created Glizzy Gang back in 2011, Ant was one of the quiet ones who didn't get much of the spotlight. I mean, he showed up on a few Glizzy Gang songs like Do It back in 2012, but he never really rose up as high as Shy. And if we're gonna talk about the beefs, Shy had one of his own beefs with another guy named Fat Trail. Yup, that's right. Trail's been beefing with all the Glizzies up in DC, and his feud with Shy was one of the oldest of them all. You see, Trail tried to collab with Shy back when he was still coming up.
Bro, that was my guy. Shy Glizzy, bro, is my guy. Bro, he got robbed for that chain, bro, and his career went. Like, that shit was crazy.
And he got no response from him.
I'm not going to insinuate why he didn't do the record, but I'm going to keep it 100. I reached out to him to do a record. He didn't do the record, right? He, you know what I'm saying?
Were you not that hot? Maybe you were not hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't nothing. I wasn't nobody. You feel me?
A couple years later, when Trail was finally getting some heat, Shy's manager reached out to him and said, hey, man, there's this rapper coming out of the South Side named Shy Glizzy, and he wants to do a record with you. Trail was all for it, but for some reason, this collab didn't end up happening either.
He was like, nah. I'm like, yeah, nah. He's like, man, yeah, he want to do a song with you. I'm like, cool, let's do it. Now, mind you, I don't know what happened, but the song never got done, right? So on the outside looking in, it looked like Fat Trail reached out to Shy to do a record. The record never got done. Later on, Shy reached out to Trail to do a record. The record never got done.
Ant was probably watching all this go down, and he was also there when the beef reached a whole new level on Twitter.
So, you know me, my ego pride in the way, man, nigga, get you writing me some shit like this. Yeah. So we started off going at each other on Twitter. Then that's when he dropped this diss song. Boom, he dropped his diss song, and after that, the rest was history, because you know me, I don't do diss records.
And before I continue, I've got to say, a lot of this beef went down somewhere on the internet, whether on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. And that's just the way these rappers interacted with each other. So you could say that it wasn't exactly the most serious beef ever at the time. Of course, nothing really came of any of this years.
Boy, that whole beef was by a song that was supposed to be done. You got it.
Later, YALL, who himself had a pretty big beef with Trail way back when, brokered a peace deal between him and Shy. This is all ancient history though. Everybody involved has grown up a lot since then, and they've had their fair share of ups and downs. So where does Ant Glizzy come into all of this? Well, like I've said before, he didn't become as big as the rappers like Shy, but he did manage to become a YouTube celebrity by talking his trash. He launched a channel where he basically acted like the hood comedian and called Trail out again and again. Seriously, Ant really boosted his career by coming at Fat Trail in the beginning, especially about the fact that he was broke. Like, one thing you might not know about Trail is that his career didn't go as planned or as it should have. The guy's had some major substance abuse problems.
I had a real bad shit to lean and Percocets, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
And he's also had a hard time managing his finances and staying out of the pen. Calling him broke might be a bit of a stretch, but he definitely isn't where he should be considering his talent. Like, this guy really had collabed with Chief Keef and hella other artists while in his prime, and even had a deal with Rick Ross. So he should be rolling in cash right now. Now, according to Ant, Trail's been trying real hard to prove two things. Firstly, he wants to show the world that he's not broke. And second, he needs people to know that he really about that life and the type of guy that you wouldn't want to mess with out in them streets. Ant wanted to completely take that image apart, and he went to work like an agent of chaos, becoming an absolute menace to Trail's life in the process. It all started when Trail went to jail for about 3 years starting in 2019. You could say this was his fall from grace, because his career just ain't been the same ever since. When he was in jail, he saw some kind of YouTube video in which Ant Glizzy was supposedly dissing him. The video was clickbait, but Trail only found that out when he called Glizzy up.
And he seen something on Big TV with some clickbait on YouTube that said, Ant Glizzy, this is Fat Trail. I'm like, nah, bro, you just came from jail. That's clickbait. Click the jump. I wasn't talking about you. They cropped something and made something.
This had already been the cause of a lot of tension between the two, but things started to get worse when Trail got out the joint. You see, Ant had been dissing YALL for a while, saying that he did nothing for the DMV scene.
Past us. Everybody in the DMV keeps saying YALL put him on. I just watched Fat Trail do an interview. I'm gonna tell y'all about that later. I keep saying, everybody keeps saying YALL put him on. There's nobody in the DMV, in the music game, that's in the industry that's on. I want y'all to notice that.
But remember how YALL patched things up with Trail and Shy back in the day? Well, it seemed like Trail felt like he owed YALL. So he stood up and said that the guy was the best thing that happened to the DMV scene.
I am the guy who promoting YALL don't do nothing for the DMV. Fat Trail go say YALL do a lot for the DMV. He did a whole lot for the DMV. He gets no credit. He will not accept no disrespect from nobody. He is not going like that. Now that's when the question went left. He directly talking to me.
Ant was real annoyed by this for sure. The fact that he offered to interview Trail when he got out and was denied made things even worse. That's when Ant started to go on the offensive, and bruh was really wildin'. The very first shot he made that made everybody question what Trail was about was the fact that he pointed out a video in which Trail said that he was born in Virginia.
He's from, wait, Fat Trail from Virginia?
Fat Trail from Virginia, bro. He not from DC, bro. That man from Virginia. Google it, look it up, ask anybody. I got a video on my page, Barber Son TV. Fat Trail said I'll just own him out. Yeah, because I was born in Virginia.
Tasha is crushing it. And with shout-outs in the Wells Fargo app, she knows if she's crushing her savings goals too. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Damn, what that boy, Famous Richard. Famous Richard. That's who it's like. What the hell Famous Richard is saying all the time?
Which is a big deal because he claims to be repping those DC streets. According to Ant, he moved to DC as a kid, so he's fronting. and doesn't actually belong to that neighborhood. This was also why he got so mad about Trail supporting Wale. In Ant's view, some dude from Virginia was walking up to the DC scene and supporting somebody that Ant felt was in it for himself. On top of that, Wale ain't from DC. And on top of that, Trail claimed to represent DC. He claimed to be a DMV rapper through and through. But how could he be that when he actually from Virginia? Like, he talked about that with a lot of pride, which means he's not 100% DC like he'd want some people to believe, according to Ant. It took a bit of time, but Ant really started taking Trail apart piece by piece. For a while, it didn't look like Trail was gonna respond, but that only seemed to make Ant more determined to get a rise out of him. He felt disrespected by Trail, so he responded by saying that Trail only headed back to his hood for a quick photo shoot or to shoot a music video before heading out.
Say what I want to say, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me, none of that. I don't be going for that. I do what the I want. Fat Trail can't do what he want. I do what I want. It's on my block. Ain't no bigger than me out there. Fat Trail can't get on here and say that. Fat Trail ain't no gangster. Fat Trail ain't putting no work in. I bang that glizzy. I made it possible to walk around the gods right now. What you talking about?
And that was just the tip of the iceberg. And then he went on to point out Trail's lack of success, straight up calling him out for stunting when he didn't have that kind of heat that other rappers he'd come up with had gotten. This is where he started calling out Trail's whole rich rapper mask, saying that all the bling that he was rocking was fake and that he was just trying to pose for the cameras. Why would he believe that Trail was so strapped for cash, you ask? Well, it's probably because he wasn't with Rick Ross anymore. Like, he had got a $600,000 record deal from MMG when his career was at its peak, but after a DUI charge and 3 years in jail, all of that had kind of gone down the drain, he thought. Supposedly, Ross just wasn't answering Trail's calls anymore, so he had to keep up appearances somehow.
You wide open in the end zone, boom! The quarterback throw the ball, he throw the ball. That's a life of blessings, he throw it to you, guess what? Don't drop that, man. Don't drop it. And when you do, if you do, don't make no excuses. Don't blame it on the Gatorade. Don't blame it on the Gatorade. Don't blame it on your shoelaces.
As for how he did that, I've got 2 words for you. Big chain. Yup.
Bro, this man Rick Ross be saying a lot of, bro. He say subliminal shit, and then once you like dig deep into it and pry it out of him, then he get mad and then he want to say it all out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to dig deep and pry it out of him, man. Until then he be saying sneaky shit. Like, he's a sneaky. He talks sneaky. He's a sneaky talking motherfucker. Sneaky talking motherfucker. Rick Ross funny, bro. His ass funny.
That's right. Trail allegedly wore a fake chain and claimed that it was worth $20,000.
Boom, he finessed Mama Son. Mama Son like, no. I think you should do Balenciaga or Dior. You don't do Louis Vuitton.
He said he had got it from Balenciaga, and when Ant called him out on the lie, Trail tried to post a receipt to social media to confirm that the chain was legit. The only problem was that receipt looked like it came straight from a random carryout out DC with the Mambo. Like it was some sort of anybody could get their hands on type of thing. Balenciaga would definitely give you something more legit looking, because their whole brand is about being verifiably exclusive. Then there was a matter of the Louis Vuitton coat. Now this was a coat that Trail wore everywhere, but according to Ant, it looked too cheap to be an original. And he even reached out to Louis Vuitton to ask if they had made anything like that and had it in stock.
On like Instagram with a black trench coat Louis Vuitton jacket. I wanted to know, did y'all have that in stores? It's a leather long black.
Just see if I can find it online for you. This is not the store that you're calling. This is client services. So.
Okay.
In case you think Trail was unbothered by all this, you dead wrong. He lost his mind after Ant kept making all these accusations. Trail put out a video telling Ant to come to his side of the city.
I'll pull up around the gardens tonight. I'll pull up around 1000 tonight. Come see me, or you could come around the Pinnacles tonight. I'm trying to see you.
And he'll pull up to his trenches and step to him.
You just said when you see Fat Trail, you gonna jack him up. I'm trying to see you tonight. I'm trying to pop out in the city tonight or wherever you want to meet up at. We could go around the gardens, which is your hood, what you rep. I'm going to come around the gardens or you come around the Pinnacles.
And that's when Ant said that Trail should put that same energy into raising his kids. And if his history is anything to go by, Trail gonna be furious about that. Trail has done a couple of interviews lately sticking up for himself and setting the record straight in terms of all the BS that Ant has been talking. And he recently came out his mouth and talked about Trail's kids, and that really rubbed Trail the wrong way. And he talked about it in the interview with DJ Academics.
Ant disrespecting my children, so when it come to speaking on him publicly, I ain't gonna never give him too much.
You disrespect your children?
Yeah, he disrespected my
Not on my interview, did he?
No.
Okay.
He went on one of his social medias and said Fat Trail to smack his kids. He's such a I smack Fat Trail kids. Once he said that, it went past trolling. So
he set the record straight on a lot of things, and it's really seemed like he is growing and ready to get back in the game, regardless of what Ant talking about. And Glizzy is by far the most reckless dude in the DMV, and he owns that title. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff that he says checks out. Just because Fat Trail has been keeping it humble and staying out the way doesn't mean that Glizzy is wrong, but it doesn't mean that he right either. All I know is there better not be no bloodshed with this. That's the last thing that the city need, for real, for real. Everybody need to get back to the music, especially Trail. There was a time where he really had the streets, and the way that the game is going now, he can definitely pick up where he left off if he is consistent enough. The people still riding with him. What's next for both of these fools? Only God knows. But one thing is for sure, we will be watching. And in the meantime, I just hope they stay smart, stay alert, and stay real.
I ain't know that's what that whole beef was about, bro. Doing a song? Bro, the whole beef was about doing a song? Oh, God, bro. Hey, man. Like I said, bro, this shit get real wicked, man. Hopefully, though, them boys don't get too serious with the beef. Well, I ain't gonna lie, bro did say something about his kids, so that might be like you said, might be past that, but hopefully, man, you know, it don't transpire and some things change before it get too out of hand. But you know, once kids put into it, it kind of take a whole nother different turn, whole different spin. So, you know, he probably fucked up on that. But like I said, man, hopefully nothing transpire more, and nobody don't lose their life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of people losing their life, dog, over senseless, like, you know, just stupid shit, man. Just stupid, just ego shit, ego child shit. Like, bro, that shit it ain't that serious, bro. That shit ain't never this serious. People want to be, you know, this image, man. They got to have this image, dog. Motherfucker don't want to be theyself. I don't know why. But anyway, man, more of the story, man. Be yourself, man. Be yourself. Don't give a fuck about what nobody talking about. Don't give a fuck what nobody say. Cause at the end of the day, motherfucker they ain't gonna go home with you they ain't sleeping with you at night. They ain't getting up with you in the morning. They ain't going to work with you. They ain't taking that long ride down the highway, goddamn, thinking about financial, thinking about kid. They ain't doing that with you. So it's you by yourself, you, yourself, and I. So fuck what anybody else talking about. Do you, be you, know where the fuck you going, know what you want to do in this shit. Because at the end of the day, bro, this shit that we call life is very, very, very short, bro. Motherfucker think you got all this time and you don't. You don't have all this time, bro. Trust me. Trust me. Trust what I know. So, with that being said, we gonna go ahead and end this one, y'all. I will see y'all back in the morning, probably late, man. Well, not too late. It'll probably be like 10, maybe like 10, 9:30, 10, not no later than 10:30, 11. So, I'll see y'all in the morning, man. Y'all be good. Y'all have a good night, man. Be safe. Enjoy your night. Get some good sleep. Get some good rest. Yeah, I'll see y'all back in the morning, man.